in our community who are homeless tonight and have been homeless for years. How does it happen and why? Well, tonight we continue our series of special reports on Spokane homelessness.
In Their Shoes takes a close look at the issue from nearly every angle. These are stories you won't see anywhere else. And tonight, we're talking with a man who says he can't escape his past, and that's keeping him on the streets. Our Drew Reeves spoke with him about his 10 years of homelessness. Drew?
Yeah, I met Joseph Sampson, who has been homeless for just about a decade. He's one of the nearly 250 people who were chronically homeless in 2018. Right around 1/5 of all homeless people in Spokane last year were considered chronically homeless. So I spoke with Joseph about what he says is holding him back and what it's like to spend much of your life without a place to call yours. For a long portion of his life, homelessness has been all Joseph Sampson knows.
It's been about 10 years off and on, more homeless than anything.
With frigid temperatures and more snow on the way, a friend is giving Joseph a temporary place to sleep.
When the weather got kind of like this, started getting colder and stuff, I got a message from her on Facebook, kind of bawling me out for not coming and knocking at the door and asking to stay at her place.
But when the temperatures climb, Joseph will be back on the street looking for a place to stay each night. Joseph likes to hang out at places with Wi-Fi since that is his only form of communication. Today, it's My Fresh Basket, where he told me his story.
When it comes down to finding like a place to live, my criminal background follows me around a lot.
He says the biggest charge there, a felony drug conviction in 2005.
It's just something, that keeps following me to this day, and I kind of have to deal with.
He says, like many others, it stops him from being able to find stable housing. So they're forced to live on the streets, looking for work. But Joseph says even looking for work is hard when your main goal each day is survive.
From the moment that you wake up, your sole purpose is to survive the day. And sometimes you are so caught up in the things that you have to do to survive, like going to certain places at certain times to eat and stuff like that, that it's kind of hard to find the time to go out and progress in your life.
And not everyone does survive.
It's hard to lose anybody, but to homelessness, it's even harder,
But Joseph says until he can find a place to live with his criminal record, he'll continue to be on the streets, and so will others. In the meantime, he says the city is on the right track to helping the homeless, but more needs to be done.
More shelter space is definitely needed. A storage type facility is definitely needed for people out here, and these warming centers.
And Joseph told me that he wants to see compassion from the community for the homeless. He says even if you stereotype all homeless people as drug addicts and criminals, even drug addicts and criminals do need help. In Spokane, Drew Reeves, KXY4 News.